can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so.
You know it's bad when Ice Cube, the legend who dropped no Vaseline, takes a break from his mogul lifestyle just to drag your name through the dirt. But Aries Spears, he didn't just take a jab, he went straight for Cube's neck on Big Boy's Neighborhood. Said Cube was trash, as a rapper and an actor. Can you believe that? Ice Cube definitely caught wind of it and didn't hold back. He clapped back hard, calling Aries irrelevant, not funny, and straight up not even close to being on Black Comedy's top 10 list. Then, of course, 50 Cent jumped in, because if there's one thing 50 lives for, it's roasting someone already catching heat. It all started pretty chill, just a regular convo. Big Boy was talking rankings, top rappers, typical barbershop talk. But Aries, man, he went full loose cannon like he always does. As soon as Ice Cube's name came up, he didn't hesitate for a second.
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now? Or?
And that wasn't even the end of it. That was just the warm-up. Aries went even further and took aim at "Today Was a Good Day." Seriously? He dragged a song that's straight up legendary, one of the most iconic West Coast anthems ever.
But you don't feel Ice Cube as a lyricist?
Not at all.
Wait a minute.
You don't think that?
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
One of the biggest songs ever?
Ugh.
Hey man, I think when it comes, for one, Ice Cube is one of my favorite lyricists.
Even Big Boy's co-host tried to switch gears and laugh it off, hoping to cool things down. But nope, Aries doubled down. He jumped into this weird impersonation of Ice Cube as a gynecologist, and it ended with a line that had the whole room cringing hard.
He did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that thigh.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did is racist.
It's racist, and it's some cold shit that I'm not gonna sit next to you.
Whatever that was racism.
He's a lawyer. I checked your honor. He wasn't even there.
Aries was laughing, but no one else cracked a smile. Mocking Ice Cube once clearly wasn't enough for him. This was Aries Spears stepping way out of bounds. The co-hosts were stone-faced. Big Boy tried steering the convo somewhere else. But Aries, he just kept pushing it. And then, like it couldn't get any messier, he went and took a shot at Tupac too.
The greatest lyricist. Mm-hmm. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics.
He didn't just take shots. He disrespected the whole West Coast. That's the kind of move that'll get you blackballed real quick out here. And the wildest part, Aries knew exactly what he was doing. At one point, he straight up looked into the camera and said it himself.
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list.
Right.
I don't ever put Pac up there with...
The backlash hit fast. But what Aries clearly didn't see coming was that the legends he disrespected weren't about to stay quiet. Usually in this game, big names brush it off. They let the no-names talk and keep it moving. But not this time. Ice Cube came back swinging like a true legend. He didn't just respond. He challenged Aries. Is he even funny, relevant, real in black comedy?
Comedian, speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so.
Ice Cube didn't just sit back and defend himself. He flipped the script and went on the attack. He came straight for Aries, making it clear he wasn't letting that slide.
Said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. I'm like, wow.
Suckers usually don't like me. They usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. Everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. At the end of the day, it's cool. He entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure.
Cube knew exactly what he was doing. He's not new to any of this. From writing hardcore bars for NWA, dropping one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, producing Friday, and even launching the Big Three League, Ice Cube's a certified mogul with receipts everywhere. But believe it or not, that viral clip, that was just Aries getting started. Even after legends clowned him and fans dragged him across the internet, Aries still pulled up on the Vlad TV, and yep, he doubled down again. He said, "It's a subjective opinion. I'm allowed to not like Ice Cube." Then took it a step further, saying he doesn't like anything Cube's done. His exact words, "Ice Cube does nothing for me as a rapper and an actor." But then he tried to clean it up a little. When talking about the iconic track, "The Police," he said, "It's classic because of what it represents in terms of black struggle, symbolism, and what black people have gone through with the police historically. It's the song that makes you go, yeah, I get how it can touch your emotions, but it don't do nothing for me." What Aries clearly didn't realize though, this wasn't just about Ice Cube anymore. Somewhere in a luxury suite, probably sipping champagne and watching this mess unfold on his phone, was 50 Cent. Especially since Aries also decided to come for him too. Aries clowned 50's acting, saying the only thing that separated him from his rapper image in the movie Escape Plan was the pair of prop glasses. And just when everyone thought 50 might ignore it, boom, he dropped a slick passive-aggressive video online. Didn't name names, just called somebody delusional, and fans immediately knew who that message was aimed at.
Hey man, I gotta listen to this. Lulu. Nah, this hot right.
But wait, why did 50 even jump in? Let's be real. The man stays booked and busy. He's producing Power, running BMF, selling liquor, stacking TV deals, doing worldwide tours, the whole empire. So why did this drama hit his IG timeline? Here's what folks tend to forget. 50 and Ice Cube got real history and mutual respect. Cube was giving 50 props on his movie game before Hollywood even took him seriously. And 50, he's always shown Cube love in interviews, giving him his flowers with no hesitation.
Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music, all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
Aries is the type of comic that 50 especially can't stand. Loud, abrasive, but with nothing recent to back it up. That's the exact type 50 loves to roast. So 50 came locked and loaded. He even said, "Check my temperature. I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Shh. You might even get you a love contract. LOL." So Aries definitely started feeling attacked. So he went on an emotional rant against Cube.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
And he wasn't done yet. You could tell Cube's words really hit a nerve. Aries was clearly still stung from that public smackdown and just kept going off.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not?
That's when things got even messier. Aries Spears totally folded his own argument. All that trash talk, and then in the same breath, he turns around and says he actually respects Ice Cube as a man.
I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers, so hats off to him.
But then, without skipping a beat, he says he doesn't think Ice Cube's ever done anything impressive. Not once. Total contradiction. and it had people scratching their heads.
Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for any.
That's not just an opinion. That's a full-blown contradiction. And that's exactly why people started dragging Aries. It wasn't about him having a bold take. It was the flip-flopping, acting like a victim right after dishing it out. You can't throw shots and then get salty when someone claps back just as hard. Then it got even uglier. Some commenters started digging, bringing up that skit he did back in the day, and that cut deep. They reminded him of his dark past, and suddenly, this whole mess wasn't just about Ice Cube or 50 Cent anymore. Let's talk about the Tiffany Haddish lawsuit. Back in 2022, both she and Aries Spears were hit with a disturbing lawsuit tied to allegations of grooming. The sketch at the center, a creepy comedy skit where a child's left alone with a sketchy adult character, played by Aries, and the camera lingers in ways that made everyone uncomfortable.
You call me.
Oh yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the, I gotta run some errands. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
And believe it or not, it got even worse after that. The deeper people dug, the darker the spotlight on Aries started to burn. The backlash was instant. Twitter lit up like wildfire, and even the Shade Room dropped the footage. And trust, it looked bad. Even though the lawsuit was eventually settled and the video vanished from the internet, the damage to Aries' name, that stain never came out. And what did Aries do after all that? He ran straight back to Vlad TV. Again. At this point, people started clowning him, saying Aries Spears was popping up on Vlad more than Vlad himself. Every time, it was the same routine. Complaining about being blackballed, ranting about how he should be just as big as Kevin Hart. It became a whole pattern, and fans started catching on fast. Aries wasn't moving in silence. He was just talking. Way more talk than action. His name didn't trend for new stand-up, no major roles booked, nothing fresh in the game. When he popped up, it was either a scandal, some bitter rant, or him trying to stir up beef with somebody already winning. Or worse, digging up past drama and hoping folks still cared. But that's not where it ends. Aries Spears has a reputation in the industry too, and not a good one. Multiple former castmates have come out saying he was tough to work with, had a massive ego, and was always trying to one-up everybody in the room.
Will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And there's some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're gonna get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present spec.
Yeah, Aries is talented. No one's denying that. He's got the voices, he can work a room with crowd energy, and he's had some solid moments, but he never got his Chappelle moment. That big breakthrough. And when that kind of spotlight never hits, the resentment starts to eat at you. Now flip it. Why did this whole beef crash and burn so hard for Aries? Simple. When you come at Ice Cube, you're taking shots at a pillar in the culture. Let's break this down for real. No Vaseline isn't just a diss track. It's constantly ranked as one of the top 3 in hip-hop history, period. Friday isn't just a movie. It launched a franchise that shaped black comedy, gave us unforgettable characters, and became a rite of passage in the culture. And then there's the Big 3 League. Cube built a whole basketball league from scratch. Now it's backed by serious investors and real NBA legends. And don't forget, before all that, Cube was ghostwriting hits for Eazy-E, Dre, Ren, basically the whole NWA catalog, while he was still a teenager. Meanwhile, Aries Spears' biggest cultural imprint, a handful of Mad TV skits, some decent stand-up clips, and now, dissing Ice Cube on random podcasts and going viral for all the wrong reasons. That's why fans didn't hesitate to ride with Cube. No matter how many impressions Aries pulls off, he's not getting cast where it counts. He wanted attention, and he got it. But he's not trending for laughs. He's trending cause 2 legends called him a nobody, and not a single soul disagreed. If you rocked with this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share it with your people. Catch you on the next one.